Let me guess, you want to make the perfect jacket from scratch, but you can't because it takes too long, it's too hard, and you want the experience to be enjoyable, not miserable. The problem isn't you. The real problem is that until now, there's never been a comprehensive online course that shows you step by step how to make a women's jacket. If you've been thinking about creating a women's jacket for a long time now, but you've either tried and failed or just never attempted it due to the sheer difficulty, you're not alone. Many of our students have repeatedly expressed their challenges with making jackets. They're sick and tired of piecing together scattered sources of information from the internet. They're tired of working for weeks on a jacket only to have to start over from scratch because of issues with their lining. That's why we created the Women's Jacket Making Masterclass, my grandma's master secrets, using my past experience from working in the fashion industry and teaching at a top fashion school. Plus, invaluable secrets passed down from my grandma that have had a powerful impact on my work over the years. When you create a jacket, you don't want it to be too loose nor too tight. You want the wearer to look good and feel confident while wearing it, regardless of their height, weight, or body shape. But reaching that level of perfection is not easy without the right techniques. I was lucky enough at a young age to have a grandmother who was a professional tailor, and I've used what she taught me to create all kinds of garments, including jackets that are sold for thousands of dollars. If your goal is to create a women's jacket from scratch, listen carefully. It's time for you to learn the expert level techniques that I know and all the other top pattern cutters and sewers in the world know, so you can finally create a jacket without needing to use a commercial pattern or do endless alterations. Whether you want to make a women's jacket for yourself, a client, or a family member, once you take this masterclass, you will be able to create jackets just as good as this jacket that we'll be creating together in this masterclass. If you're currently watching this video, it's very possible that you could spend weeks or months trying to make a jacket that looks and fits perfectly, only for it to still be wrong by the time you reach the end of the process. In this masterclass, you will learn how to reduce that process to a matter of days. My name is Nancy Torber and I live in London. After working for years in the fashion capitals of the world and teaching at a top fashion school, one thing I can tell you is you shouldn't feel bad if you can't create a jacket. Even professionals can often mess up the lining, sleeves, or the collar. These are the three parts of making a jacket that once you master will make the jacket making process far easier than you could have imagined. Of course, the question is how? How can you master it all? By using the secrets I'll share with you in this masterclass. One of them in particular was taught to me by my grandma Sadie, who was working in a tailor shop in London in the early 1900s, where she herself learned sewing methods that were hundreds of years old and then passed those on to me when I was a little girl. Unfortunately, not everyone is able to learn this knowledge, simply because getting it requires having connections with people who have that knowledge and are willing to share it. Me, I love teaching just as much as I love sewing. And in this masterclass, I'm sharing with you things that cannot be found on online forums or YouTube videos. Together, we will go through the entire process of creating a perfectly fitted women's jacket from scratch, step by step. From pattern making and pattern blocking to unlocking your personal design flair and then diving into the world of sewing. Everything from choosing the right fabrics and trims, cutting and pressing, to different types of fusing, vents, pockets, lining, and the finest of finishes. You'll learn from me step by step. There are no theories in my classroom. In each lesson, you'll learn something new and then apply it immediately to any women's jacket you wish to make. It's time for you to learn how to create a women's jacket that will fit you or your client's unique body shape perfectly, as if you hired an expert level sewer like me to create it for you. And make no mistake, you are not simply going to copy me in this masterclass. We've included an entire module that will show you how to customize your jacket in any way you like. If you're ready to elevate your sewing skills to a level most sewers don't ever reach, so you can finally create a women's jacket from scratch that fits perfectly, then I'm ready to teach you how step by step. Join me now in this masterclass. Let's make it happen.